Hey guys, this is Chubbs, and today I just wanted to bring you a look at the new zoom feature in the Cartel in the Active Aggression beta. So this update just came out not long ago, and the zoom level, as you can see, has been increased quite a bit. I think the developer said it was like by 30 or 40%. But if you go back and you look at my last video about why I love the base building in this game, you'll see that the camera is much closer to the ground there. So now it's pulled back quite a bit, and you can actually manage everything even when your base grows in size without having to throw the camera all over the place like you did before. So it really just makes playing the game much less cumbersome, much less clunky. It's just a big improvement all around. And if you liked using the satellite view, it is still here, so you can still go into the satellite view if you want to. But the normal view, I think, is fine now. You don't have to go into the satellite view just to feel comfortable anymore, and I think that alone is a really big step up. But also in this new update is the Cartel, which you're seeing right here. Now, the Cartel are a very unique faction. I'm still learning a lot about them, but one thing that makes them stand out right off the bat is how many air units they have at the beginning. So you can see my recon unit is a helicopter, and this allows you to get around the map pretty quickly. It's unarmed, and it's also quite vulnerable as well, but since it's flying, it's not hindered by the terrain or anything like that. And the dozer units, or the constructor units, are also helicopters. So I'll place some refineries here, and you'll see those come out here in just a second. And they're called sky cranes. So that's something else, is since they're dozers, or their constructors are helicopters, they're also not hindered by terrain. And then on top of that, you'll see here once this refinery comes up that their resource gatherers are also helicopters. So it's kind of bizarre seeing all these different helicopters. Now granted, you can't control those sky cranes, the constructors, directly, because they function just like the dozers. But you do still have the recon unit, and I guess if you're really desperate enough to scout without having to pay for another proper scout helicopter, you can train one of these dirt cheap resource gathering helicopters and actually send it out to scout. These things are only like 200 gold here, or $200, and so they're very affordable, and you could scout with those too if you wanted to. But they, of course, could not reveal the resources like these proper scout helicopters can, and their line of sight's not quite as long either. But I really like the Cartel's visual style, their aesthetic. It almost reminds me of like the Brotherhood of Nod from the old Command & Conquer games. I like how they have this kind of like this black base going around the sides of their buildings, and they also have a bunch of odd and experimental units. They have like a transport that you can upgrade with a flamethrower. They have this tank that shoots out it's almost like a railgun projectile. They have a bunch of stealth technology, several stealth units, and units that can be upgraded to be stealth afterwards. They also even have a building that you can place down that basically cloaks the other buildings around it, almost like the GLA Stealth General from Command & Conquer Generals, if anybody played that game. But I'm not going to go extremely in-depth here with the Cartel. I was just wanting to show you guys some of their units and buildings, and just really allow you to have a glimpse at them. But ultimately, I think the main thing I wanted to show everyone was the new zoom level. It just, like I said, it really makes managing the game much easier. You don't have to go into satellite view just to keep from ripping your hair out, because it really got frustrating once your base grew beyond a certain size to keep up with everything, and I think it just really hurt the playability of the game. So I'm very glad that Eugen listened to the community and gave us the zoom level that we wanted and really needed. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and have liked what you've seen. And I know the zoom issue was a huge problem for some people. I think it made some people regret purchasing the game, and it might have turned some people off too. It might have cost Eugen some sales. So I hope that they see videos like this and reconsider, because it is now very, very much acceptable. The zoom level is much better than it was before. The game's much easier, much more comfortable to play than it was before. So those of you who weren't happy with it, I hope you'll reconsider and give the game another shot, because it's definitely well worth it now. But again, I hope you enjoy what you see. If you have any other questions about the game or want to leave a comment below, feel free to do so. And this is Chubzdoomer signing out.